Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fight Bike Mike. Okay, today I'm gonna wire into my Yamaha Tracer a power-up converter that's gonna power the Starlink Mini while the bike's running, and I'll have Wi-Fi all the while I'm running. So now, when I went to Alaska a few months ago, I had this set up, and I had it wired in with a different setup using this is what I had. I had a step-up converter, which I got off the internet. Then what I did, but this will run your battery dead. The bike's got to be running, but when you shut the bike off, you got to shut it off. So what I did, I wired in, according to information I got online, to a relay. It was made just for Starlink Mini. You can see it's got the barrel jack, waterproof, so it plugs into the dish itself. And then I just wired this off the battery to power it, and then I took power from my tail light. So when I turned the key off, you know, obviously the tail light would go off, and the relay would shut the power off to this. And it worked great all the way up and 3/4 of the way back. And then I went to start it the one day, and the battery was dead. And it's never happened before. So there's something going on with this, and I think it was this relay wasn't shutting the power off. So what I did, I spent some time. And what I ended up doing was buying right from Starlink itself. I bought their 12-volt car adapter, and all their stuff they make is obviously good. So, and I wasn't aware that was available, or maybe it wasn't available then. But what it is, it's this is what you get from Starlink. This is their 12-volt. It's actually a step-up converter, and but this is what you get. It's right from Starlink, and so. This is meant to plug into a automotive, cigarette style, or whatever you have you. And then what it does, it sends 20 volts back to the dish itself. And so you get this, and then you get this 15-foot cable right from Starlink, and it has the C connector right there. The C connector plugs into that, and then has a 15-foot cord in it, and then it has the waterproof barrel connector. It plugs into that. So I think this is going to be a lot better. So you plug that into that, and then what I did, I went online and I bought a heavy duty. This is rated for 30 amps. It's a marine connector, or cigarette lighter, or whatever you want to call it. And so it's a heavy duty one, and it's 100% waterproof. So what I did, I wired that in with 14 gauge wire, and I have it in sheathing here, and that runs down, and on the end of it I put a battery tender jack, so that runs down, and then this is for my battery tender, and I run my compressor off of it or whatever. So, and it goes up under the, I'll show you once I get it get it wired in here. This all goes up, and this bodywork goes over it, so you won't see it. So so if you hook those two together, then that sends power back to that. But you're gonna have to be plugging it and unplugging it, and I didn't want to do that. So I looked around for a good heavy duty switch, and boy, I come up with this. I bought this online. This is a marine grade switch, and you can see it's got battery tender ends on it, and it's 100% waterproof, and it's rated for, I think, 30 amps. But so what I'm going to do, I'll plug this into this and into this. I'll do that right now. Okay, now I got that plugged into the battery tender, and then this is the one that's going back to the accessory jack that has the converter running off of it. So all of this will be tucked up underneath, and then the switch is going to get mounted. Once I get it mounted, I'll do it. The switch is going to get mounted here, so it'll be out of the way, out of the weather, and it is waterproof. And you can see, you can turn it on. So when you shut the bike off and you get off the bike for more than a little bit, you can just shut this off. And obviously, if you're not going to have Starlink, using it all the time, you can just unhook it here, and this will be just like a regular battery tender. So, but this will be very convenient. So I'm going to get this all wired in, get the switch mounted, and then we'll take a look at it. And then, like I said, all of these wires just go right down in there. It's got 15 foot of wire, and then that just plugs into the air like that. So when you're going to do your trip or whenever you want to use it, that's all under the seat, out of the way. This comes up underneath, and the Starlink works right out of a luggage. This is actually a soft case I bought for it. I mean, it's 100% waterproof, but I put it inside the soft case. It's easier to strap on top of my regular luggage. So, okay, we'll take a look at it. Let me get it all finished wired here, and we'll take a look at it and see how it works. Okay, I got it all wired in here. I got the body work back on, and you can see this is the battery tender right here, and it's plugged into the, you know, the matching one that goes back up to the DC converter. It's completely out of the weatherproof, out of the weather, and and it's out of sight. So nice clean setup. And if for some reason, the only time I use my battery tender is in the winter, but if you need to use it, you just unplug it here and tuck that up, and you can plug your battery tender in, or your compressor, or whatever. So, but anyway, I got it set up nice, and then I got the switch mounted. You can see, if you can see back in here, switch mounted up here, out of the way. You can see I just turned it on, off, on. You can reach right in. It's out of the weather. It's a 100% waterproof switch anyway, so that's a nice setup. It's mounted in there, and anybody that has a Tracer, this is a 2024 Tracer 9 GT Plus. When I mounted that switch here, through here, just some plastic body work. The screws that came with it are really nice, but you got to shorten them, or else they'll go in and they'll hit the battery. So we don't want that. Now, obviously, you got a different bike, you have to find a different location and all. But that's a nice setup. So, and then what we'll do, we'll just turn the bike is off now, but we'll just turn the switch on. You can see it's on. And we'll come up here, and let me set the GoPro here. Hopefully this will get it. And it comes up, and this is like I said, this is the 12-volt car adapter from Starlink. It's plugged into that socket, that marine socket, and you can see what it does. It sends 20 volts back. Should be able to see that. And but it'll run the battery dead. At least this battery's 3 years old. It'll run it dead in an hour and 20 minutes. So you just set the switch off underneath. That's fine. Now, obviously, if you're just not going to run with, if you don't have any luggage or anything, all you got to do is unplug this and put this underneath. Well, when I put all my luggage on, I strap it on. It's too much off and on, especially when you're stopping different places. So the switch is going to be coming really handy. And then you just plug this into the Mini here, turn the switch on, put this inside the bag or whatever. You can put this inside your luggage if you want. And then what I'll do, I'll start it up here, and we'll log on to the Starlink. Okay, we got it out here on the bike. It's starting to rain again here too. But Starlink needs a clear view of the sky, so I had to roll it out here. But I got it, we started it up. I got the switch powered on. You can see that's a nice red light. And you look here, and you can see the different Wi-Fis that are coming up. And right here is my Starlink. And I'll tap on that. And now I'm connected to Starlink. So, and what's nice, you can do anything with it. Once you have Wi-Fi, and you can run your GPS. These phones are great, but they're land-based towers that suck. And I mean, they work good in populated areas. But if you're out in the wilderness, or you're just out in the mountains, or anywhere, and you don't have a signal, you just fire this up, and you can run everything off of it, and you can make all your phone calls off of it too. You don't even have to have cell service. You can do Wi-Fi calling, so it's perfect. And it was great on the Alaska trip, going up the Alaska Highway. A little overkill for every day, because I don't plan on using this all the time. Just when I do my trips, I'm going to be heading up to New Hampshire, to Lake Placid, and Mount Washington, and I get up in the rural areas there. I ride by myself, and it's just a good feeling knowing you always have. When I got a powered mount here, you always have contact with the outside world. And I just like playing with this stuff. tell you the truth, it wasn't a lot of money. It was $250 for this, and it's $55 a month for the 100 gigabyte the drone plane, and so, and then you can turn it off when you don't want it. But right now, I just have it on pause. So yeah, you can still email and do texts, and it's $10 a month. So the big thing is though, I want to use this in my snowmobile, because I get up into the Adirondacks and all different places, and there's never any signal. So this is going to be really nice. So, but anyway, I think this is the final answer now with that.